We've got everything in the ground in a timely fashion. We've got subsoil moisture, but we need some topsoil moisture. I think we're going to get everything out of the ground good, and it's going to take some timely rains through the summer. We don't have a lot of extra, but I think it's going to be a pretty good year if we catch the right rains. Being a farmer, you have to be optimistic. I'm David Struck. We farm near Wolsey, South Dakota. I farm with my wife and my son, and my father's still alive. He farms with us too. We farm about 8,000 acres. We farm corn and beans. This year we're going to have about 3,500 acres of corn and about 4,000 acres of beans. We got started planting about the first day of May. Before that, we fertilized 3,500 acres fertilizing, and then we started planting the 1st of May. Most of our inputs bought before the first of the year, so the price increases haven't affected us too much. We've had to buy some overruns here and there, but for the most part we had all of our inputs bought before everything went crazy this spring. It's been really dry here. We had a dry winter. We didn't have any snow. We never got any spring rains. We're regaining a lot of ground that we hadn't farmed the last couple years. Things are going really well. We need rain, but we have moisture to get crops out of the ground good. That's not been an issue. It looks like it has the potential to be a good year if we get some timely rains. Just about everything will be farmed this year. There'll still be some stuff that's too wet, but the majority of it was regained this year because we're really dry. We had no snow, so we had no runoff this year. There's not going to be very much preventive plant in this area. On our farm, we will probably gain 500-600 acres that we didn't farm last year. For planting, we started planting corn on the 1st of May. We are done today with planting corn. We've been planting soybeans for about a week now. It's coming along. We'll get a lot of ground covered here in the next couple days. We'll be done planting by the end of the week. Our emergence has been pretty good. We had enough moisture to get the stuff out of the ground. We were planting in good moisture. We just need to get the top 1.5 inches some water again to get it moistened up. We ask our planters to do a lot. We no-till, and in no-till the ground is harder than it would be if it was worked. So the planters, they take a lot of abuse during the planting season because we're planting on harder ground. It's harder on them than if you're doing conventional farming. We have some breakdowns. You know, it's just how it goes when you have a piece of machinery that's doing that much stuff all at the same time. Stuff happens, and technology gets the best of us sometimes. Sometimes it's a computer issue. Physically, the planter's fine. It's the computer having software issues or something like that. Most of last year's crop is marketed. It's all sold. Not all of it's been delivered, but it's been sold. I've got some new crop beans sold. I don't have any new crop corn sold. I usually am a year behind in selling my corn. I usually don't sell corn till after it's in the bin. Soybeans, we try to sell about half of them out of the field. Not quite there yet, but we have storage. We can store about 1 million bushel. So we kind of split it up that way. Some we store. All the corn gets stored in the fall of the year. Price is very good right now, yes. Like everybody, we didn't take full advantage of the pricing, but we did okay. It was a tough year to market. Things were really cheap last fall and didn't look like it was going to get any better, and then all of a sudden it picked up, and now it's really good. We got in on some of the high prices, and that's just part of marketing on the farm. You know, most of the time when things are really high, the reason they're really high is because there's not much to sell. Right now, old crop is almost exclusively a plus basis, which very rarely happens in South Dakota. Most of the time we're in the 70 to 90% minus basis on beans, and we're in the 40 to 60 range on corn. But right now with the tight supply, we're actually with a plus basis on everything. I forward contract beans. I don't forward contract corn, but I do place futures on my corn. Hopefully they make me money, and then I sell the crop usually in the next season after the first of the year.